Hey guys, Mosey here. Just want to give you a quick overview of what I plan on playing for this coming Friday for Scourge League. So I will be playing Hardcore Trade as per usual. This time I've decided to go against the grain a bit and have opted to go with the General's Cry Blade Flurry Zerker. One of the reasons I've decided to do that this league is due to one of the new mastery notables. So this one right here, Warcries have minimum of 10 power. So what that means is for every 5 power, you're guaranteed to summon one of the 5 maximum generals every time you use General's Cry. So with this notable, we are guaranteed at least 2 of the 5, and then more if there's more monsters nearby. I believe that's going to be enough to get us through the campaign up until we get to the point where we actually get a Red Blade banner or shield. So, in terms of leveling, you can level 1 to 28 as per usual with whatever melee skill you want. I'm probably just going to go Ground Slam into Earth Shatter all the way up until about 31-ish, and then we'll be swapping over to General's Cry at that point. In terms of the skill tree pathing, I start off by taking the life nodes. Sometimes I take the melee phys damage node as well and then spec out of it after. You go through the life, you go all the way down to Admonisher, then head all the way down to Called Arms. After that, I go up to Deep Breaths. And then at that point, you're able to, again, get your Warcry Mastery there. There's another handy Warcry Mastery that gives you 25% increased damage there. And then you can actually start to fill out some of the Sword Masteries. So we will be using swords with this build. One of the things Sword Mastery gives you is a 20% chance to impale enemies on hit with attacks, which means you can basically get away with using just the support gem for impale, which gives you 60% chance. This gives you 20% chance, and then the last 20% comes from using a Dread Banner. So that's a pretty quick way to get to 100%. In terms of auras, we're using quite a few of the masteries to reduce the mana reservation of auras. So the way auras work this league has been kind of switched around and turned upside down. This one here, Precision, has 100% increased mana reservation efficiency. It doesn't mean that you get to use Precision for free. That means you get to use it at half cost. Same thing with some of the other ones. Determination has 25% increased mana reservation efficiency. Again, is very helpful. This cluster here with the max res, I'm probably not going to pick that up until later game. I do want to focus on getting life and damage as early as we can. At that point, I think you can likely head up to Constitution, fill out the life wheel. The first life mastery you get is pretty huge, especially early on, plus 50 life. So we want to pick that up as soon as we can. The rest is pretty self-explanatory, I think, when it comes to the skill tree. So it's just picking up a lot of reduced Warcry cooldown, a lot of damage, and a lot of life. So this character with very basic gear, which I'll get to in a second, comes out with a Path of Building tooltip of 3 million. Granted, this does assume that we're releasing at 6 stages. I think you want probably a rule of thumb 10 attacks per second for that, for attack rate. So we're not quite there, so we may not be quite at that point, but it is pretty substantial damage for a league start build. Going over to the gear itself, so I basically just plugged in a lot of mid-tier life roll items with some armor, nothing too fancy there. One thing to note is once you do get the Red Blade banner, at that point you can go ahead and drop this Warcry's minimum of 10 power note or change it for something else. The other big unique that I added to the build, which gives quite a big damage increase, is Rizlavas. So again, the tooltip warrior DPS right here is 3 million. If we take that off, it goes down to 2.3 million. So it is a pretty big jump, and I think it's going to be fairly affordable this league. It's usually not super cheap, but I don't think it will be as expensive as past leagues. So that is a quick overview of the character. For ascendancies, I'm actually going to do something I never typically do in hardcore trade, and that's going a bit more on the glass cannon side of things. The whole goal is to kill enemies before they kill you this time around. So, aspect of carnage, I'm feeling a bit feisty. I think I'm going to try using that out. If you don't want to take the 10% increased extra damage, you can instead get Crave the Slaughter. So that's kind of up to you if you want to swap those two. The other knowns are pretty good. Crit multi, add flat fizz is a no-brainer. And then up to 40% more attack speed, which is fantastic for getting our generals to get up to the full 6 stacks for their Blade Flurry. Yeah. So that's pretty well it. I just want to give everyone a quick overview of my plan for Friday. I'll keep giving you guys some updates on how the build's progressing and how my league start goes. As always, feel free to tune in to twitch.tv/Mosey. And if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to chat with you about that then. But otherwise, have a great day, guys. Hope you have a great league start, and we'll see you next time.